welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. So, here we are. I have done a lot of things since last episode, and I have a pretty specific goal in mind for what we're going to do today, but before I reveal that, I wanted to get started and show you guys what I've done since before. So, first things first, let's talk about this place. So you'll notice I have a lot of things undone. Floor is not quite finished yet, and this room, which ultimately will be a bedroom, is not actually finished yet either. However, I've spent some time working on this place, which is what I take to be the forge area. Haven't put any furnaces in outside of the other one, just outside here yet, but I will. That's something to do. Here we have some bibliocraft things. So this here is a tool rack, I believe, and this is exactly the same as the bookshelves. If I put some things away here, I can right-click one of these and they'll fall out and it'll be right there. And if I right-click with a tool, it goes back. Nice and easy. That's one of my favorite things about this mod. I think it's really neat. These things here are armor stands, and if I had some armor to put on them, you could wear them, put them on just like before, and you can take them off just like before. It's nice and easy, and they look really cool. Unfortunately, I have literally no pieces of armor whatsoever to show you. We'll fix that too. Up here is a little storage room I made. I have a lot of cobble, and I will show you why I have a lot of cobble in just a moment. A little window in the side of the mountain. It so happened that we ran up against the side, the edge of the mountain, so I had to reconstruct some of the stone that I broke through. But generally speaking, we are right up against the edge, which is cool. So yeah, that's the sort of mining house as of right now. Still some things to do on it, but it's a work in progress. Alright, and so the mine itself. Now, I removed this little beam here. There was a beam here before. It kept on burning down. So my suspicion that it was too close was right. So anybody who wants reference, if you put wood, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks away from lava, it will still catch. So I extended this hallway, same pattern all the way down, and this is the sort of mine scenario that I made. So this is a central pillar I haven't touched, and then a 3x3 all the way around. Now, this is not much of a mine, you might say, but that's because we've got a downstairs. So this is what I expect one of the levels of the mine to look like. So I've done the math, and essentially, this is level 57 you'll see we're on. Right up above us is 67. Each level will take up a full 9 squares, and the floor will take up the 10th. And so it's units of 10, and I have the lowest level at level 7 right now. I'll have little shafts like this along each one. Ultimately, I'm going to have a quarry going on, and so physically mining will be less interesting, but this is the general pattern that I'd like to do from now on. Now, notably, this gets you a whole lot of cobblestones. The reason I haven't, if you look down, this is just actually a ladder down into nothing. The reason I haven't mined out more is because I'm going to save it for when I need cobblestone. Right now, I just don't. I don't need any more than I have. However, down on level 7, I did do quite a bit of mining. In fact, so much that slimes were spawning down here last I checked, so that's why I've got this guy out here. Haven't done the wood around the walls yet, but... Oh, there we go, there's a slime. Yeah, I've mined quite a ways out, and I did get quite a few resources from it. I didn't go very far down on all of them, just a few. And the net result is that now, I haven't done anything with them because I don't really know what to do with them yet. I haven't decided, but I have 13 diamonds and 5, I think, things of gold. 5 gold ore. Now, the cave sound just played. There is, directly above us, a cave. I found that out, because I kept on hearing these spiders and things. I'll fix that later. I kept on hearing some spiders and things right here. And I dug up, and there's a hole. And so there's a big cave directly above us. I'm not going to touch it right now, but it's good to know that it's there. So this is the mine. Now, notably, what I didn't get very much of, because I'm digging at level 7 and not something higher, is things like iron, um, and copper and tin. Iron in particular I'm in sort of rough shape for. Um, but I do have a lot of other things, so I'm optimistic. Now, the thing to do would be to build a processing plant, I think. Um, to go ahead and, smelt all this stuff and make it all efficient. Um, but I would do a processing plant right now, and I think that might be the next goal. Except that you'll notice that my hunger right now is not doing so bad. But as I was mining and as I was building that house and everything else, my hunger had dipped a lot, and it was actually really quite bad. I realize I have no food. All I'm living on right now is rotting flesh, which was why that was in my inventory a little bit earlier. I kill enough zombies here and there that it's fine, but it's a really bad food source. It makes you hungry, so it doesn't last very long. Oh, what are you doing here? I don't know how that happened. Huh. Okay. Well, that's no good. What if that had been a creeper? Gotta light this place up more. But yeah, I think that the thing to do right now, guys, is to actually make a farm. Um, because I am starving all the time, and some wheat would be really nice. So, I think what I'm going to do is, I know the spot that I had in mind. I think that, so this is a nice house that we built. I like it quite a bit. Um, but I think that it can sort of function as our farmhouse to an extent. And what I think I'm going to do is put the farm right about where I'm standing, actually. There's a big flat patch here, and there's an equal flat patch over here. I might just dig this out and level it a little bit. But the thing is, I don't actually think that farms are sort of... Oh, there's a spider over there. Farms look sort of boring if they don't have something attached to them, right? I mean, I could just plant a bunch of wheat and that's fine, but that's boring. So I think what I need is a processing unit for the farm, because after all, wheat does require processing, and automating it would be cool, even though I don't really know how to do that just yet, or at least I don't have the technology. So what I think I'm going to do, actually, guys, is build a windmill, and I think I'm going to put it right into this mountainside here. So, without further ado, because as you see, in the time I've been talking, I have been rapidly starving. No time to lose. I think we're going to use all that cobblestone that we've found, as well as some wood and that sort of stuff, and we're going to build ourselves a windmill. So, without further ado, let's build one. guys, so we're done. Took a long time, and I'll tell you that the worst part about it was doing those blades at the front there. I fell off so many times. I almost, especially because I'm sort of starving, I'm completely and totally out of food now. Um, I think I still have some bread back in the house from when we were raiding those dungeons way back, but other than that, we better start growing stuff. Just like before, I have not really touched the interior at all, and I won't this episode. I'll deal with that myself, and then we'll look at it next time. Um, but yeah, this is it as it stands. I have a nice little balcony up here, um, and you can see a bat is what you can see. That's interesting. Um, it's quite tall. It's 13 blocks tall on this section, so I guess overall it's 17 blocks, 17 meters tall. And with the roof, it's probably a little bit more than that. I'll probably put some windows in that tower just to make it sort of more light. And I'll put some glass in these guys and sometime remove that thing because it's sort of creepy. Um, yeah, and there will be a much better staircase than this too. But yeah, so essentially that's done, and that's where I'll put all the sort of food processing stuff. Put some machines in there eventually. Right now what I'm going to do is go make myself some more shovels. Actually, I can do that right now, and clear out this area a little bit in front so that we can actually make a farm. So I will go ahead and do that, and I'll be back in just a second when the dirt's all clear. Alright, so I cleared out all that dirt. I actually broke an iron shovel and had to go make a second one. This is my next one here. But here's the land we have to work with, which I think is plenty for what we want to do. So I went and I made myself a whole bunch of fences. I don't actually think it's going to cover this whole area, but we'll give it a shot. And so I think I'm just going to fence off this whole area. Yeah, I'll just do one space, I guess. Maybe two? 2 spaces? Let's do 2 spaces. That way maybe there's room for a path too around the edge. And I think this is a straight line. Yeah, it is. Okay, great. So we're just gonna do this. Okay, 2 spaces. So here, break those in a minute. We're just gonna mock this up here. Okay, so here we go. So we're all walled in. I think it makes sense to have an entrance right here in front of the windmill. Otherwise, we're getting to the point where we're going to have to actually start working at a pathing system, I think, for this sort of little settlement that we're building, because I think that ultimately we're going to connect everything. It just feels nice to do. So we're going to need a path of some kind, and so cobblestone makes some sense because, well, especially with this new texture pack, it does look, well, like it should be a road. It's cobblestone, so it looks sort of old in that way. So let me see here. Whoops. But I mean, you see that it is pretty good looking. So maybe we could deal with paths like this around. But I'm not really sure. I don't really know how I feel about it. The other cool thing that I like about it, by the way, is that this right here, this cobble texture is different than the one on the side. So this looks like it should be a wall, which it is, and this looks like it should be a road. It's very polished and clean. So I like that. I think that I will take a route through here, and what I'll do is I'll fence off some more fields to make room for different types of crops. You know, we're going to have wheat in one and sugar in another, and then you know, melons, something to that extent, pumpkins. So let me just wall off some more things and get a path going through here and see what happens. Okay, so I'm all out of fences, but I think I've found a pretty good way to divide this field. So I have this path going through here. Here, I've decided that because this is 4 across, and pumpkin and melon fields are best when they're 4 across, uh, I'm going to make these pumpkin and melon fields, respectively. So that means one of them is going to be unpopulated right now. We don't have any melons. And then I think I'm going to cut this space evenly in half between sugar and wheat. Sugar because we'll need a lot of paper for some of the later mods, particularly Thaumcraft, so I want to have plenty of that on hand. Maybe not, maybe I won't do it evenly, maybe I'll put out more wheat, but certainly that's what we're going to divide. So I'm going to go to sleep right now because it's about to be night, but then I'm going to run and grab some more wood, make some more fences, and finish off the rest of that field. Okay, so I've finished up the fencing and some of the pathing anyway, most of it. Um, and so here, let me just fix up this last little bit that I forgot. Here's what I've got planned out. So this is going to be the sugar area. So we'll be able to have 3 long rows of it here. This over here will be the wheat area, and there will be a lot of space here. This is, the whole pen with the sugar included is 17 by 10, or 17 by 12 rather. And so this is 12, and so what, quick math here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each side is 10 times 12 is 120 wheat, so that's plenty. Here will be the melon and pumpkins, entry from the side, make it nice and easy. And yeah, so that's going to be, I think, really fantastic. So I think as night draws near here, I'm going to wrap it up there, and tomorrow, guys, what we're going to do is run out and get ourselves some seeds, get ourselves some reeds, find some pumpkins. I have seen them in the hills around here, so I know they're around. And get this farm on the road. So, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.